Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 12th, 2023 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman in the comment box, and a person will be chosen at random, and a video will be made announcing that winner. It'll be a completely separate video, and it will be put up on the 1st of January. So look for that video, see if you've won. Good luck to everyone. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me. If you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are all the cards that I'm using. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Pisces, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We're crowned with the Hangman. We then have the King of Wands in the upright position. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Emperor. That was the word I was looking for. I was like, Aries energy. It's the Emperor. It's also Aries energy. And then we have the Three of Cups reversed. So this is going to be an interesting time. You're seeing things very differently than the way that you had seen them before. And you're kind of questioning, where do I stand? What do I want? What am I going for? The King of Wands means you're astoundingly talented. You might have a bit of a temper during this time, especially if you're born on the cusp with Aries or you have strong Aries energy in your chart or fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Do be mindful of this. But also, this new moon is in Sagittarius. So even though it makes us feel really confident, when we have the Knight of Wands reversed, it can make us just kind of like charge forward. It's kind of like any movement. Oh, that makes sense. Any movement is good movement. And we can see that astrologically speaking. Okay, during this time, we have the new moon and the sun conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. And this energy is very fast moving. It makes us very opinionated. And it can also make us dogmatic. So not just us as individuals, but us as a collective. So a lot of people are going to be coming to things and being like, well, I already have all the answers and it has to be my way. So just be mindful of that energy during this time. You clash with it quite profoundly. All right. But you can see yourself like kind of like stepping into it a little bit, and you're not going to like that. And it's not going to get you to where you want to be. Now, the 12th of December is the new moon in Sagittarius. And this is at 20 degrees, 40 minutes in Sagittarius, this new moon. And is the fourth moon in a 7-moon cycle that brings out new beginnings and new changes. We'll feel it. We'll feel that there's something bigger, something more on the horizon. So being aware of that is going to be super important. And that's why we're crowned with the Hangman. It's like I'm seeing everything so differently than the way that I had seen it before. Awakening and truth, those are like the bullet point words. Like those are the main words to describe this time for us. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is balance. Now, this makes sense because Sagittarius energy is represented by temperance in the major arcana. And so we're going to be moving towards balance. We're going to be moving towards harmony. And Spirit is saying this is one of the most important things for us. Having the fish, okay, that we're represented with in the zodiac, having those fish be balanced, having the two sides of us be balanced, being able to be harmonized within our energy. What do we love? What do we want? How do we want to move forward? That's going to be a really big thing. And just knowing that balance matters as everything falls. Here we go. Balance matters. And it's going to be a time where we kind of have to move with the punches, kind of move with the chaos of things, even though we would want things to be super ordered. This is going to be a time where adaptability is important. So just be aware of that. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is rebirth. And this is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We are going to feel like as we are growing, we are also being reborn. We are stepping into a different power, a different understanding. The new moon in Sagittarius, it has us moving towards hope and optimism. It has us building a sense of adventure, craving freedom and truth. And so as we are being reborn, we're looking at these things and saying, where's my hope? Where's my optimism? Like, where's my passion? Where's my power? Where's the sense of adventure? Where am I leading to? Do I feel free within my world, or do I feel completely constrained? Now, it's not to say that we don't have constraints within our normal waking world. That's part of life, that we want to do things, but our responsibilities have us, not being able to. But here, there's a sense of stepping into a bigger world, like a bigger sense of existence, this sense of almost like we're being reborn into the person that we've always wanted to be. And that's going to be huge during this time. This is a very powerful new moon to set your intentions. Now, all new moons are a great time to set your intentions. What do I want for this lunar cycle? From new moon to new moon. But here, we're going to look at where do I want to grow and what do I want to gain? Because with Sagittarius energy, that was going to be amplified. Our growing and our gaining, our moving forward, our going after what we want, that's going to be a big deal. Let's see the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Death card reverse and the Princess of Swords. So the Death card is Scorpio energy. We can also have a bit of difficulty with transformation, but also with connecting with the spirit world and the earthly plane. The Princess of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We might be having a difficult time with air sign energy. Okay, if we're born on the cusp with Aquarius, that can also be kind of agitating towards us. If we have Scorpio or air sign energy in our chart, that part of our personality we might find annoying. We might be like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Like, why am I responding to things this way? So be mindful of this. Scorpio energy reversed is secrets. Okay, there is somebody around you who keeps secrets. Could be an air sign energy, but it's going to be very immature. It's like they keep secrets because that's the way they keep their power. And if they didn't have their secrets, they wouldn't have their power. So just be mindful about this. Now, what's interesting with the hangman, if you see the way the hangman's feet are, that kind of like B shape, I guess. I don't know. I'm dyslexic. So that BD shape right down here, we're going to see that moves us towards awakening. And so the new moon is squared Neptune. And this brings spirituality into the day-to-day. And mystical energy comes forward very strongly. So we're going to be looking at things and saying, how do I move forward? Like, I'm looking at things, I'm looking at what I want, I'm looking at what I need. And how do I embrace the spiritual, the mystical, this sense of awakening that's following me, and the sense of what I need to step into for my power and for my assurity of self. Now, what's interesting here is that as we're moving forward, there is some chaotic energy. And we see that with the 5 of Wands. Now, there are 5 planets in mutable signs. Sagittarius herself is a mutable sign. So we have Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. We ourselves are a mutable sign. So that brings forward a lot of change. And then we have the moon, the sun, and Mars in Sagittarius. Now, this makes change easy for us, yes, and it also makes us more adaptable. But we can also be very overwhelmed by change because change is such a constant in our lives that there can be a sense of, I just want stable ground. I just want things to be steady. I just want things to be harmonious. So looking at the 5 of Wands here, this is chaos for the sake of chaos. And we're going to be looking at elements in our lives. It's like, where's this chaos coming from? Why is this chaos here? What is pulling me down and pulling me out of the realm of where I need to be? And so we're going to be addressing the chaos. And it's not that we're going to be completely escaping it, but we're going to be saying enough is enough. I don't want to be a part of this. And that can make us feel rather isolated because it will take us out of office gossip, and it'll take us out of, this pettiness and this nastiness that people tend to thrive on. But it's going to raise our energy vibration, and you're going to see it moves you into a different direction that spirit really wants you to be in. With the King of Wands. Now we have Saturn conjunct the fixed star of Persia, and this is Fomalhaut. And Fomalhaut, is linked to the Archangel Gabriel. And what's really cool about this energy is that a fixed star energy stays with us for 72 years. That's a heck of a long time. If you want to go deeper into the astrology of it all, visit Pam Gregory. I have her linked in the description box below. She's absolutely amazing. And she's here on YouTube. But we have now Fomalhaut linked to the Archangel Gabriel. So we're going to have this power of passion and creativity coming forward. The Archangel Gabriel is the spiritual teacher who makes God's word known to human beings, to makes God's word known to us. And so this is a time where our passion, our fire, our determination, our focus, our insight, it starts coming forward in a very real way. Now we have to be mindful because Aries energy, the Emperor energy is reversed. The Emperor energy is like, I'm just going to do this, right? So the Emperor energy reversed is looking at things and it's kind of being like a Nero. What do I want? What do I need? What's best for me? You know, there's a rumor that goes around that he burnt half of Rome so that he could expand his palace, you know, which is extraordinary if that's true. And also extraordinary slander if that's not. Either way, it's an extraordinary story. And here with the Emperor reversed, we are going to be looking at things and saying, how will this expand? How will this grow? How do I step into my passion, my power, what I desire from my life? But not letting it be a narcissistic kind of like consumption. Also with other people in our world, that narcissistic consumption is going to be very repugnant to us. We might have been able to stomach it before, to say, oh, well, that has validity there or there, and now we're just not. So just be aware of this during this time. There's very strong paternal energy coming forward, especially if you have somebody past on the other side who really upheld their responsibilities and was like, okay, this is what you do, this is how you show up. And that energy is coming to you. And there's a real sense of, okay, this is what you do, this is how you show up, this is how I'm stepping into my power and myself. And that really does lead you to kind of like standing above the rest. And it doesn't matter how you identify yourself, it matters that you are claiming this power. Now, what's also interesting is Fomalhaut is also linked with the dragon and serpent energy. And in Persian mythology, this energy doesn't mean, you know, rebirth and power and, you know, prestige. What it means is demon energy. So what we're looking at here is we can have that sense of, you know, I want, what I need, what's mine, you know, type of thing. That kind of like, I don't know, I'm just seeing like somebody like gathering up everything else, everything up and just running away with it. And it's very chaotic. It's very like mine energy. And we see that with the King of Wands reversed. And this is going to be a time where this energy can kind of run amok. We can kind of see it within ourselves. And it's like, ooh, what the heck is this coming from? Like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, goblin energy type of thing. I don't know why I'm seeing that. And there's going to be this sense here of like, but I don't want this. Like, I don't want this energy in my life. And I don't want this within myself. And so the King of Wands reverse, the Knight of Wands reverse is very quick to, it's very hot tempered. It's very like those braggadocious, kind of peacocky young men that you see, your teenagers that you see walking around that kind of think they're just absolutely awesome, but they have no idea of the real world. So that type of energy is coming forward. You can be dealing with people like that, which really you just have no tolerance for. Talk kindly, be kind, because you know you just don't want to be dragged into their drama. That's going to be a big thing. But also there's just a sense of powerful change, and there's almost a sense here of like we can get swept away with it. We get swept away in and just like, well, let's just change everything. Let's just throw the baby out with the bathwater type of deal. So just be mindful about that. Now, Mercury is trine Jupiter, which brings this very powerful looking towards the future energy. And what's very interesting here is what's coloring it is a lot of the heartbreaks and the betrayals that we have been through with the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups reverse are those people who couldn't raise their glass to us, who couldn't celebrate us, who couldn't show up for us. And that has been traumatic. So just knowing during this time, when we're looking towards the future, it's tinged with the betrayal of the past. And Spirit is saying here, listen, Mercury is also conjunct the dwarf planet Quaoar. Might be saying that wrong, Quaoar. And Quora is a creation god who brings order out of chaos. We're going to see this a lot around all things Mercury, which is very interesting because day after, right on the 13th of December, we have Mercury going into retrograde. So just be very mindful of this energy during this time, that we're going to have a lot of clarity, a lot of order out of chaos coming from Mercury. But then we have Mercury going retrograde, which can bring that chaos forward or make things. Actually, what Mercury retrograde does is all the things that we won't say, all the things that we hold our tongue over, we will have a tendency to say. We will have a tendency to be frustrated and overwhelmed and be like, okay, well, I just need to let this out. But its core is also deeply connected with the spiritual world. So we have more spiritual energy coming forward to us. The new moon and the sun are trined Eris and the North Lunar Node. Now, Eris is a dwarf planet, and this brings empowerment of the individual energy coming forward. We're really finding our passion and our fire, our determination. We can want to be part of a bigger group, so just be mindful about that really during this time we're kind of meant to stand out, not to blend in. We're also moving forward in truth and in fairness. And with the new moon and the sun tightly conjunct Uranus, this brings awakening energy forward once again. There's a real sense of I'm stepping out of the shadows. The hangman comes forward. I'm seeing things so differently than. Oh, that's interesting. Because Spirit just said, I'm seeing things so differently than what my father had seen. Or, how my father had seen this. So just be mindful about that. Take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates with you, fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's also fantastic. This is a general reading. But it's almost like I'm not ruling in that chaos. But just be mindful also that you're very used to the chaos. So it's very easy to perpetuate that. Let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. No, this one. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. What's interesting here is that the hangman comes in and we're looking at truth, right? It says it's a time to give rather than take. No, it's a time to take of the energy that you need to fill up your cup. You can't keep running on empty. So just be mindful about that here, Pisces, that truth and, determination, focus, insight is going to be so important for you. What do you need to release? And then we have release right here that you are releasing. So it's very interesting as we step into the King of Wands energy, as we step into our passion and our fire and our determination and our focus, we start to release, or we start to see, like, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? What is holding me back is more the energy that comes forward. What is holding me back? And then we start to release. Then we start to let go. And it brings us to a fiery climax approaches as we start to take action. And it's not taking action. So the Knight of Wands energy reverse is that chaotic, all over the place energy. Taking action and saying a fiery climax approaches. It's like reining it in and saying, okay, I can move to chaos, but I can take action and I can find the passion that leads me to what I want, to what I desire, to how I need to open up the door. Nothing will come of the situation. That's reversed. So what's very interesting is that you're going to think a lot of the pettiness that's going to get to be able to take over. Like that's going to get the leading role. And yet we need to have faith to know that something will come of that situation. It's not nothing will come of the situation. The void of course is a time in the lunar calendar, right? And a time in each lunar cycle. It happens many, many times during a lunar cycle where what we expect to happen is just going to go pear-shaped. Like it's just going to go pear-shaped. So just be mindful about that. It's not going to go the way that you had anticipated it. And that's okay. But here, it's like if you have faith and you have faith in not being a part of the petty chaos, you will see things moving forward kind of in the way that you had dreamt or in the way that you had wanted or you put out into the universe. A new romantic cycle begins. That's reverse. So there's a sense here of resistance. Like somebody tried to crush you down. And you're really thinking, I'm not going to be able to have that new romantic cycle. I've kind of given up. I've given up on love. I've given up on passion. I've given up on what I want within my life. And this isn't just romantic love. This is like the love of waking up in the morning, of a new bright, shiny day, of connection, of joy. And Spirit is saying here, stop that. We can be out of balance, but the resistance, we're not going to be crushed down. We're not going to be held back anymore. And that's a very big thing. And it brings us to this place of step out of your comfort zone. And that's reverse. We're kind of keeping into our comfort zone because we have to accept. We have to accept that bad things happen to good people. We have to accept that sometimes people can't show up the way that we need them to or want them to. And I was just about to say, and that's okay. But, it's not okay. But it's kind of like, and that's the way it is. You You can't change them. It's hurting you more than it's hurting them. So for you to say, I get that, that's who you are, let it go. And I don't mean that in a flippant way. I mean that in a way of release that tether that's holding you in place and in a place that you don't want to be anymore. And I'm not saying it, Spirit's saying it. So just making that clear. But I want to make sure that because words around hurt, we can sometimes hear them as being very sharp, very harsh. And I don't want you to misconstrue. Because what Spirit is saying here is that tether of pain, that can pull us forward for the rest of our lives. Or we can say, you know what? Not defined by that. Not doing that. And I'm not growing that way. Like, I'm not growing into me that way, held back. Abundance, wealth, prosperity, that's for me. It brings us to our subconscious spirit message. And this is nature reversed. Go outside. Go out into nature, but also embrace your nature, who you are and what you really love. That's really important. Our subconscious chakra message is communication reversed. We need to connect with our throat chakra. That's going to be important. How we are communicating, how we are talking to ourselves, and how we are picking up on the energy of the world. It's reversed. So it's like it's a little bit too much, and then it's not a little bit too much. It's too much, and then we shut down. Especially for those of you listening who are psychic, who are empathic, who are just a sensitive person, right? Or a highly sensitive person. Just understand that we can be taking so much in that we shut down, and it's like it's too much. So be aware of this. And Spirit is saying here, we could also have a blockage with communicating with ourselves. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what's sacredly important to me. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the 8 of Cups. We can walk away from something too soon. So just be aware of that. It's like it's being done before it's done. Our subconscious tarot message is the 2 of Wands. And then also, because she just flew right out of my hands, the Empress. There's a sense of really powerful creativity coming forward. And we're going to see doors opening. We're going to see letters, information coming our way that open up doors and that guide us forward in a surprising way, in like a way that we hadn't imagined for ourselves. It's like, oh, this is interesting. It brings us then to our subconscious Luna message, which is darkness. And you and your loved ones are safe. And these are both reversed. So we're having a hard time embracing the darkness of the new moon and feeling like you and your loved ones are safe, like feeling like things are taken care of. We can't make everything safe. The universe has so many variables to it, and life has so many variables to it that doesn't always feel safe. But here, it's connecting with the stardust of us all. It's connecting with the beauty of who we are and saying, it's okay not to have all the answers, even though a lot of the times it doesn't feel like that's okay at all. Know that you and your loved ones are safe. We just don't feel that way. We can feel very much in the powerful change energy of this time that everything's just up in the air and everything is just simply chaotic. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon and happy holidays. Bye.